Greetings, everybody. It's day 2 in the hashtag 78 days, in which each day I am looking at another card in the tarot deck. Different deck every day, different card every day. Day 2 is the Magician, and I am now working today with the Margarete Petersen tarot, and I have the two-piece white box, the older, this is an out-of-print edition. You can still get this deck very easily, but in a different, slightly different cardstock and a tuck box. And I also have the German two-piece box edition. This is a beautiful deck. Thing about the Magician, right? The classic Rider-Waite imagery of the Magician, you know, as above, so below. I often think about that imagery in terms of the stance of the Buddha baby, after he's stepped forth from his mother's loins, pointing up to the heavens, pointing down to the earth, sort of bearing witness to the ways in which he is awakened for all beings, that two-part witness to the heavens and the earth. And so that kind of disco Buddha, the disco magician move. You know, classically we think about the Magician as this figure of creativity and manifestation. What does it mean to harness all the elements, to be at this moment where we can effect that or realize or act on the knowledge and insight about that profound echoing of divine order in the world below? What does it mean to bring the sort of insight or inspiration of the spirit into material form? And how does the kind of harnessing of all powers together and the responsibility that comes with great power, as Spider-Man's uncle tells him, how does that, I can't remember how I began that sentence, how does that mean in this moment we can realize, manifest, actualize our heart's desire or the needed action? It's a beautiful image for magic. It's a beautiful image for crafting and controlling one's destiny. But to me, the traditional imagery actually implies a kind of dividedness, a way in which I'm working over and against the world, a way in which my world is divided between heaven and earth, between spirit and flesh, between what is and what is not, or what is not yet, or what is but what could be. I mean, it's just this world of dualism that kind of clefts my heart into, and what I value so much about Margaret Petersen's version of this card, Magic. First of all, she's not talking about a figure, she's talking about the thing itself. It's not the person who wields magic or creates magic. It is whatever magic itself is, something beyond subject and object, but beyond agent and recipient. And just to note the ways in which, I mean, I love the coloring of the original German, the maroon and the thin orange border. It's really beautiful. But, you know, the English version, the gray and the white, is pretty too. So she's giving an image of integration and of divinity, and of a divinity that is beyond a divide between above and below, sacred and profane, flesh, spirit and flesh, actual and ideal. So she says, magic. Sun winds are stroking the strings of a sitar, the song of birds, the air is vibrating, pulsating through the mask it sounds. I am. Soul glides into body, ever new self-creation, knowing the essence of the elements, fire, earth, air, water, the lively dance of sounds, remembering oneness, audible breath. I am. So the image here is of a kind of the way in which all creation becomes this this vehicle for the sounding of being, for the oneness of the world, for that I am. You know, that's the name of God in Judeo-Christian scripture. You know, when asked what his name is, Yahweh says, I am. And there's nothing more fundamental than being. And that being sounds through us like wind through a reed, like the sounding of the strings of the sitar, this vibratory enunciation of truth, of meaning, of purpose. And it's not something that we impose on the world. It's not something that we actualize through the world. It's not something that we bring into the world. It's something that the world is continually resonating around us, that we're continually resonating around us. So this is an image of both fullness and emptiness. You know, the image of the mask and the air coming, the breath coming through the mask, the way in which we are in any given moment completely full and abundant with meaning. But because that meaning isn't ours alone, that we grab and rest. I'm all serious, and now the dogs have come to join us. Well, there you go, guys. That's the sacred sound of I am. It sounds like panting. Oh, and there's hubby in the background. It sounds like panting. It sounds like snorting. Yeah. I think we're done here. Yeah. Magic. I am. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe today, guys.